Good morning. Okay, I'm running late like always, but I wanted to show you the outfit of the day. So here we go. Here's what I'm wearing. All black, of course. Like I said, I can only wear white or black. Oh my gosh, I have a little, little fluffy thingy. Okay, anyways, I'm wearing some black leggings. I'm wearing some boots. And then I'm wearing some long socks, to give a little bit of a look. Little chicness and whatnot. A black blouse. I don't know if you can kind of see it, but it's like, it kind of tightens right here, and then it's a little bit loose right here. And then without this, the back of this shirt is like opened, so it's cute or whatever. But I'm wearing this long blazer, and what I like about this blazer, it's very chic because it has like this, material. I don't know, I just love this blazer so much. I always get so many compliments on it, and honestly, I don't know where I got it from. I did not do my hair because A, it's gonna rain today, 2, I'm lazy, 3, I didn't have time. But the way that I always do it to kind of vamp up this messy bun is I always like to throw like a bandana, because this is second day hair. And then this, not a bandana, a headband. And then this in the back, it has a like a string thing, so it just adds to it. What is this? Oh, this is part of the shirt. Yeah, but the cheetah thing, it adds to the look. But anyways, let's go. Let's start driving. Man, this drive always gets me. So right now I'm looking at the sky. There's a few clouds that look very gloomy, like it's gonna rain. And then for the majority though, there's still sun and nice clouds. So I'll just look at my phone and see what's Gucci. Why does my camera look like that? Why you look like that? There, I think I fixed you, but I don't know why every single time I put my camera like right there, it exposes me so much. Like, I look so bright. I don't understand why. I mean, aside from the sun coming out right now like that. But anywho, it was funny. So I was actually on FaceTime with my friend Tatiana yesterday when I was driving home, and we were talking and stuff, catching up a bit. I haven't seen her in a while, but she actually works like maybe, I want to say 2, no more than 3 miles away from my job, which is pretty close. So sometimes we would carpool whenever, because most of, like, she works remotely, but at the same time she'll go into the office sometimes. And so sometimes we would just carpool together. So I know that she's working in the office today, and she's like, do you want to carpool? And I was like, yeah. And then we couldn't decide like who would drive, right? So then later on I sent her a message, and I was like, you know what, just give me a little bit more time to get used to being around people. Because like I felt comfortable yesterday after like my little breakdown, whatever, but I just don't want to like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to like just pressure myself or do too much, like little by little, because I don't want to freak myself out. But yeah, if not, I would have been carpooling with her. I do have my umbrella in my bag just in case. Of course, I have my J-Lo coat. And yeah, I also have really good supportive friends. One of my friends, so I showed you guys the box that I received yesterday from that brand, and I posted it on Instagram like, oh, a goodie arrived or something. And then she messaged me like, no more goodies. And then I was like, hey, it was complimentary. And she's like, okay. She's like, I just don't want you to be spending money. She's like, you need to save, so no buying lunch, no Starbucks, stuff like that. Because she's like, you need to save so you can get out of debt and that you can get a part-time job and go to school. And I was like, yes, I love a supportive queen. Honestly, I love my friends. They're all so supportive. And I'm going to wait here because I ain't trying to crash, baby. It's so weird. Like, I mean, I'm used to like how these lights work now. But if you like new, like if you go somewhere new, you're driving there for the first time, it's kind of like, what am I supposed to do? Can I go? Can I not go? Like, that's a little bit of a weird turning, because you can go straight or you can turn, but then you'll stop traffic if you have to turn, and the other person has to go straight. Anyways, yeah, so I'm about to arrive to the parking structure, and we're gonna get this work day started. So yeah, maybe my best friend will call me when I'm out of work. I'll see. She has a doctor's appointment today, and we'll see if she's available to speak with after. I'm just so tired. The mornings for me, you see, the mornings for me, like right now I'm okay, but man, the mornings are just so hard for me. Like, I put my alarm at 5 a.m. and I heard it, and I was kind of like awake, but I didn't want to get up. I didn't get up until like 5:30 because like I had to, you know, at that point. But I get very like anxious and like when I wake up every morning, and I'm just like, why? I just don't want to feel this way. I just want to feel happy and normal. I don't know. I just think I mean, obviously I'm too much into my head, and it's hard to take that out. Like, it's hard to not be in my head, if that makes any sense. But anyways, I'm gonna let you go because I'm gonna get this workday started. I just realized that I actually left my Apple Watch at home. So annoyed. I love having my Apple Watch when I'm working. It just makes my life so much easier. So yeah, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna think negative. We're gonna have a good day. My feet are killing me. And the funny thing is, let me show you. Let me do a little catwalk for you. Look at them. They're not like, you know, they have a little bit of booty or whatever, but nothing extreme. They're regular. They're kind of like a replacement for the shoes that I had on yesterday, because yesterday's boots, I think they're like broken now. But I'm still breaking them in, so like my fat toe is just like, girl, we're really trying to squeeze into this right now. I'm like, yeah, we are doing that. But yeah, normally I always have my chanclas in my car, but I didn't do it this time, so good luck. So I'm looking very glowy right now and all messed up. I took off my mask because I'm outside by myself, and I realized that I really need to get my fucking life together in the sense of like making sure I take my vitamins and stuff. And I think the reason why I lack at like drinking water is because I'm wearing my mask. Like, I really don't want to be removing it like outside. I mean, like in there, you know, like I want to keep it on and feel safe and whatever. But I did bring my vitamin C today, so I already mixed it. So I'm gonna drink this. I have a 10. Like, I only have 10 minutes. Oh, like you see that? There's a little string right there. I started getting a little bit of anxiety in there because there's this guy that comes in, and he's so sweet, and we get along very well. And he told me he got his shot and everything, and then we got talking, and then I said in between us, because he was asking me how you doing, blah, blah, blah. And then I ended up, was like, in between us, like, yeah, I did end up getting it. And we started talking, and then like he started telling me, you know, just be careful, like, you know, take care of yourself, like, you know, make sure you eat well. And then he said, like, you know, you should lose some weight because it's dangerous. And like, I've always struggled with my weight, and like the fact that he brought my weight didn't bother me. It was more because he said that apparently like the virus can come back. Obviously, this is me basing my thoughts and my feelings on what someone said without doing my research just yet. But that's like my biggest fear, is to fucking get it back. I think my biggest fear overall is just like, I don't want to die yet, you know, and I want to be healthy and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna take my 10 while I take this vitamin and my allergy pill, because I forgot twice already for control. And yeah, so I am currently on lunch, and you guys, I'm such a freaking idiot. You know, I had made rice in the morning so that I can eat it with my seaweed, and I freaking left it in the car, because in the morning when I was trying to find something in my bag, I couldn't find it, so I took some stuff out, and I thought I put everything back in, but I didn't put the thermal that has my rice in it. So by the time that I walk to the parking structure, come back to eat, girl, my lunch would be over. So I ordered something from Starbucks. I didn't get coffee. It's like cream thing. So yeah, I got that, and I got a sandwich. So that's what I'm going to eat right now. Hey, so I'm driving now, so you know what that means. It's time for a little talks that we're gonna be having. So I got off of work. It was getting really slow, but your girl wanted to, you know, make her hours, so she stayed. And I actually was doing stuff. I broke a nail, by the way. I broke a nail. That's okay. I actually have my nail appointment on Monday, and that's gonna be 3 weeks since I got my... The thing that's funny is that during this quarantine time, when I was getting my nails refilled, I would be okay with 3 weeks, because obviously I'm not really doing anything. Well, I'm doing stuff. I don't want to say I'm not doing anything, but I would be able to last the 3 weeks. When I work, it's so hard if I have good nails in 3 weeks. I used to religiously go every 2 weeks for that reason, but I was like, it's okay, let me save some money and go every 3 weeks. Now, because I type, my job is all about typing and doing things with my hands, I tend to break them in half, I tend to lift them and stuff, so yeah, my nails, they did not survive this time around, but that's okay. But what craziness, right? So I know I entered the part where I talk about how I was feeling a little bit anxious because one of the clients was talking about how COVID can come back, and he told me about that I should lose weight, but he didn't say it in a mean way. But that reminded me that when I used to go to cosmetology school, did I go the right way this time? Yes, I did. When I used to go to cosmetology school, my Cosmo school was like, it also had a room, well, like a class for barbering. So it was like, the front was Cosmo, the back was barbering, right? And I remember that there was this guy in the barber section, and we were all eating lunch one time, and basically he told me how like I was pretty, but basically that I needed to lose weight, and that, come on, like be part of my team, like let me help you. Like he wanted to be my personal trainer to basically then claim that he did that. Excuse me, sir, but if I did that, I'm gonna do it for me, not for you. You trying to see me as a trophy? See me as a trophy when I'm a full meal, not when I'm a little dessert. So I always remember that, and it makes me laugh. I think overall, if you are plus size or a curvy woman or whatever, I think overall women, humans, we always have expectations, right? Like people have expectations of how we should look, how we should be, whatever. But I feel like as a plus size woman, I'm speaking as a plus size woman, I've always had to deal with, from family, from friends, from strangers, your beautiful butt has always been a thing. Your beautiful butt, if you lose weight, you'll be happy. Or, oh, mija, you're so beautiful. Cuando tengas novio, vas a ver que vas a adelgazar. What? ¿De qué? ¿De heartbreak? Because I'll be crying? Is that why I'm gonna lose weight or what? I don't know. I just remembered that and I wanted to say it. Also, I was looking into podcast information. I'm so freaking extra. You should know this about me. I am so extra. There is so many different ways on how you could record a podcast. You don't need to have like the best microphone, the best like software or whatnot, like to begin with, right? Pero como te dije, yo soy extra, and I want to have at least like decent material, like equipment, to be able to at least, what is that? I saw something flat. Am I tripping? That is so strange. I don't know what I'm seeing, y'all. I think I don't know. I'm tripping. Anyways, what was I even saying? That I'm so extra that I at least want decent equipment to record podcasts, but you can actually use your phone, and that can be like your microphone. There's just so many things, so many freaking things. And I was thinking, okay, well, what can my podcast name be, right? Like, what's gonna be the name of my podcast? I thought, what if I called it like Ashlee and a Guest? Like, because that way it's not always gonna be me, like Ashlee and a Guest, or Ashlee and sometimes a guest. It's funny because I told my friend about that, and she's like, well, do you plan to have a guest in every single one of your podcasts? And I said, I'll try, but if I don't get anybody, I can be the main character and the guest, okay? Oh my gosh. I mean, I see people do podcasts on their own all the time. It's just like, I guess I'm someone who always likes to, even if I talk to myself, I'll talk for different perspectives of things, right? But I think I would like to, the reason why I want to do that is because if we're talking about a subject, right? Let's say that we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? Let's say we're going to talk about boys, right? I would like to go ahead and talk and give you my perspective, right? Well, boys is such a general thing. Let's put something in particular. Let's talk about why you should. What am I? You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? My mind. why you should buy a new car. I don't know, something like that. So then I'm gonna go ahead and say the reasons why I think you should buy a new car, right? And then someone else might not agree or whatever. Do you catch my drift? Why am I making this so complicated? Ay, Dios mío. By the way, thank you, Christina. I saw your DM talking about how my last vlog cracked you up, girl. That makes me happy because, you know, I was listening to Emma's Chamberlain's podcast. She actually does her podcast by herself, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I actually found it interesting. I was listening to it, and she was talking about success, right? And then she mentioned about YouTube and how, like, what her mindset was for success for YouTube. And I realized that the reason why sometimes I'm so unhappy with myself, my life, or whatever, is because I realized that I set myself so high expectations. I set myself high expectations, and then I end up being disappointed because I haven't reached them, or I'm too hard on myself, and I have to learn to be a little bit more like laid back, like relaxed, enjoy life. And that's that, and that's what I'm learning, to enjoy what I'm doing, to be happy with what I have achieved. So I am working on it, but I do realize that plays a huge part as to why I've felt unsatisfied at times. And for me, for the longest, I always felt like success, to be honest with you, was related to money. I felt like success meant more money. And because I grew up with my parents, always, well, my mom in particular, always telling me that we're poor, you're poor, like we're poor, we can't afford this, we're poor. But to be honest with you, looking back at it now, I did not have a bad life, and we weren't poor, but we weren't rich. But I feel like we did make more money than other families. But I don't know why my mom always had that mentality of like, we're poor. I mean, I understand that my dad had to pay child support during those years, so maybe like that's why I felt that way or whatever. But that's why I think, to me, it was like, okay, well, I want to do this and I want to be successful because I want to make money. Like, I want to have money, right? Because in this world, you need money to survive. You need money for food, for the essentials. You need money to have a home. You need money to have a car. You know, like all these things. I always felt like it was money, right? Now, when it comes to YouTube, I never did YouTube for money. I've had this is for my main channel. I've had my main channel since 2010, I believe. And I am right now at like 7K. And that's because I've never been 100% consistent with it. It's always been on and off, because I deal with my anxiety and my depression. I'm super motivated one time, and then I'm super depressed the other time. I get really busy with reality of like work. So I've never had really time to fully dedicate to YouTube when I have, you know, to work, right? But YouTube for me, for my main channel, I've done it because I wanted to create a community of people who enjoyed the same things that I enjoy, and that we would be able to have a conversation about it, right? So my main channel, it's all about beauty, so like, you know, makeup, skincare, hair, things like that. So to me, I enjoy that. When you guys comment on my main channel, it melts my heart, because I feel like now that's a successful video. Not about how many likes that video has or how many subscribers I have, because if, for example, I have 7K right now, right? Now I have all different genres of videos in my channel. Some people subscribe to my main channel when I used to do storytime videos. Some people subscribe because of my makeup tutorials. Like, now I kind of have filtered out, like, and I have determined like what my channel is about, right? So I have 7K. I don't have 7K likes in my videos. I don't have, you know, 7K views in a video consistently. I don't have 7K comments in a video. You see what I'm saying? So it's up and down. But the point is, whenever I upload a video in my main channel, whenever anybody leaves a comment, I get happy, because that is what I'm striving for. I'm striving for communication. That is what I'm striving for. Now, for my vlogs, and specifically now, back then I made this because it was fun to me, especially being able to look back in a couple years and be like, oh, like this is what I was doing back in 2017, 2018, 2019, you know, and so on. But at the beginning of this year, I said I've been struggling so hard with my anxiety that I wanted to kind of record and see that, hey, it does get better per day. Kind of look back and see what has triggered it, because I said I'm going to be raw with you. I'm not somebody who's going to put up a smile in my face when I'm feeling terrible. Like, I can't fake it. Even in my main channel, if I'm not in the mood to film, I'm not going to film, because that's not authentic to me, and I'm not going to be my true self because I'm feeling some kind of way. And I feel like like on camera, you'll be able to see it, right? So for my vlogging channel, for me, success is to be able to create a community of people to know that it's okay to not be okay, and that I'm not going to fake it here. Because I feel like whatever thoughts I have in my head, people have thought about that before. Like you, that you're watching this, you've probably thought about the same things as I. You've thought about, how was this world built? You probably thought about death and how that is. You've probably thought about afterlives. You probably thought about success. Like, you've thought about all these things that we can relate to. And at times you might feel sad and disappointed for no reason or for whatever reason, and we can relate to each other. But at that moment when you're going through that, you feel alone. You feel alone. You feel like no one understands you. And that's why I'm doing this, because this is a community where it's okay to not be okay. You know, and I'm not gonna fake it. So, yeah. I mean, I was having a conversation with one of my receptionists. So funny. I just said that and this girl just texted me. That is so weird. And, you know, I've been at that salon working for 3 years now. And this morning I was also a little sad because it's so different from when I started. Like, this salon is huge. Like I said, if this is the first time you're watching this, we have over 40 stylists. We normally have over 10 assistants. We have 3 concierges. We had massage therapists, an esthetician. We had like 4 nail techs. We have private rooms. Like, we have manicurists. I think I already said that. We have just so much. It's so huge. I'm talking like on the daily, it's overwhelming, and specifically Saturdays, it's so crazy. Like, you constantly have the phones. It's just a lot. The vibe was so different, and I loved it. And now that everything is so slow, it's just so sad to see it that way. But this job, honestly, it is full-time and more. And that has been something that we always say when we interview people. Like, this is a full-time and more. Like, you're scheduled technically for 9 hours, and you only work 8. Because typically you would have a 1-hour lunch. And I've been trying to switch that as the manager. Like, especially right now that it's slow, I want to schedule them for 8.5 hours. You know, they take a 30-minute lunch. That way they still get their 8 hours. That way they still get their 40 hours a week. Because I know that I need to make money to survive. So I want to make sure my girls get their money too. But I think it comes a point where, like, I don't know, I'm not exhausted, but I just feel like I'm thriving, striving. I don't know. The point is, I feel like I'm in need of change, but at the same time, I'm scared of change, like I've always been. But at the same time, it's like, but I like this industry, you know, I like the beauty industry. And maybe if this job was closer to home, it would be easier for me. But like I said, my job is so far away from home that it just feels like a lot. Like, I had to wake up at 5:30 a.m. today, for example. I left the house no later than 7. But I have to wake up, you know, I have to make my bed. I have to wash my face. I have to get ready because I can't go to work just like rolling out of bed. You know, like, I can't do that. When you work in the beauty industry, you have to look the part. Even though I didn't do my hair today, but at least I was able to, you know, maneuver it, work with it to still make it look good, you know. But right now it's like I can't afford to get another job just because, first of all, if I get a new job, I want to make sure that I'm getting paid about the same, because I'm in debt and I want to make sure that I'm paying off my debt. You know what I mean? So right now the goal is to try to change the mentality and be like, okay, well, I mean, at the end of the day, I like my job too, because I like the people that I work with, and that's, I think, what makes it hard to leave too. But I have, like I said, I surround myself with really good friends that want the best for me, and I know that they're gonna keep me on check so that I can meet my goal of making my money, paying off my debt, saving money to go back to school. But the thing is, I don't even know if I want to go back to school. This was a thought because at the end of the day, I have other things that I feel that I want to do with my life. Like start a business for myself, a beauty business. You know, I feel like that for me is what I want to do. Ever since I was younger, I just felt like I didn't want to be working for somebody and making somebody else richer. You know, I don't want to work for somebody, for someone else to get known, and I'm not even known for the work that I did. Does that make sense? I always knew that I wanted to do something for myself in that sense, and I just know that if maybe I go to like a trade school and I get myself into something that would pay me higher than what I am right now to get me going for my business, that would be great. You know, I don't know. There's so many things going in my head. The point is, I did find some info about the podcast stuff, so I'm going to continue to figure that out, and hopefully maybe by the end of February I can maybe start my podcast, or maybe before. The thing is, I just have to really search this up, make sure I get all my information correctly, and then maybe, like I said, by the end of February, so that means by March, at the beginning of March, I would probably start my podcast. That would be Gucci. But if you have any suggestions for names, please let me know. Like I said, I still don't know like exactly the This really cut me off. This is why I also like, okay, so this is the camera that I got when I first, I think, started. Like, this is my first, I think, professional, you can say, camera for my YouTube channel. And I don't always recommend this anymore. Like, I recommend this as like a vlogging camera. But if you're gonna do a lot of like talking like this right now, then I wouldn't recommend it for you. I have the Sony A5100. I love it because it's they call it the mirrorless camera, so I'm able to see if I'm focused and all that stuff. The screen, you're able to pop it up and stuff. I love that. The only thing I don't like about it is that it won't record straight for more than, I believe, 13 or 15 minutes. Which is so annoying because it overheats very freaking easily. But it cut me off. Anyways, before it freaking overheats, if you have any suggestions as to any names for a podcast, please let me know. I don't have the topics yet of what I'm going to be talking about, so that makes it a little bit harder. But I just thought like it was cute and, is the word quirky? Corny? Quirky. I don't know. It was kind of just cute. The whole like Ashley and sometimes a guest, or Ashley and a guest, or I don't know. Me, myself, and I don't know. If you have any suggestions, please DM me or comment down below. I would really appreciate it. I'm literally almost home, so thank you for driving with me. So I want to confirm that yes, my rice was in my car. Se me tira el agua. So right now, my brother's actually playing video games, and I was like, excuse me, sir, because we're supposed to be watching the other part of the Night Stalker, but he said, give me 30 minutes, and I said, okay. So while he is playing, I'm going to go ahead and eat a little bit. Probably going to shower and then maybe start editing while he decides to come out to at least watch one part, because I'm not trying to sleep too late. But I'm going to go ahead and eat a fortune cookie, and then I'm going to eat some elote with mayo and cojeta cheese. It's funny because I was like, let me see. Can I use it as my holder maybe? A little bit. No, Ronaldo's trying to eat now with his food. Duh. What an angle. I just want to see what my fortune. Sorry. Why are you eating like that? I love you. I want to see. Are you supposed to eat the fortune cookie first and then look at what the fortune cookie says? I love these. I love cookies. I heard that these were made out of shrimp skin or something like that. I don't know. I haven't read it, okay? I haven't read it. By the way, I was able to finish one whole thing at work today. So I'm proud of myself for that. So before I shower, I would like to finish another one of these. Pero damn, one anda bien miona, huh? Before going to bed. Well, I need to hydrate. The thing about it is I used to try to drink so much water. Like driving to work, you know, hydration went up. But then like I told him, my freaking job is hard. What? My job is far. So I'd be like bien miona throughout the ride. So it's kind of like, I don't have a win-win. Do I start wearing adult diapers all the time? Okay, let's see what it says. Express yourself through art and music. Okay. Well, I thought it was going to be more exciting than that. I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog here because I am currently editing the vlog. Oh, it's the light from over there. And then I'm going to go ahead and shower. And if you guys don't follow Laura Lee on YouTube, I just found out that her mother passed away due to COVID. And that's so sad. I'm actually currently watching this while this is processed. That's just so sad. And it's raining. The way that my brother has the freaking window open right now looks so nice. It looks real good. Anyways, I'm glad that I was able to drive home and not in the rain. But I know I'm going to have to drive in the rain tomorrow. Oh, by the way, I think they canceled my COVID testing because it's raining. And it's like, I have to drive, you know, it's a car drive up thing. And of course, I'm not going to want the people to be like soaked and stuff doing COVID testing and then get sick from the flu because they were out there in the cold and stuff. So I get it. So I'm just going to have to reschedule. What?
From the flu?
They're going to get sick if you get...
They get like colds and stuff? No.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. All right. I'm going to go. Bye.